Dear students, this is Dr. Dinesh Kumar Kohli from SIRT College Bhopal, and in this lecture we are going to study about the working of internal combustion engine or IC engine. So normally we are familiar with the IC engine, which are the auto engine as well as diesel engine, and this is covered in the subject BME Basic Mechanical Engineering for the first and second semester in RGPV. Now we will start what is combustion. So combustion engines are the machine that deliver mechanical work through a linked thermal and combustion process. Combustion engine, what is a combustion engine? These are the machines and these deliver mechanical work or mechanical energy through the thermal and combustion processes. Means through this process they deliver the mechanical work or mechanical energy. Now, mechanical work is obtained from the chemical bond energy of the fuel through combustion by means of thermal energy. So how the mechanical work is obtained? By the chemical bond energy of the fuel, because we use the fuel for the combustion. Maybe coal is also fuel, coke is also fuel, petrol is fuel, gasoline is fuel, kerosene is fuel, F gas is fuel, diesel is fuel. So we are having different types of fuel, different gases. LPG is the fuel, CNG is the fuel. So we are having different types of fuel, and this fuel when burn, and burning is the combustion, that is the chemical reaction. So when the molecular bond breaks, then it liberates some energy that is called the combustion energy. So mechanical work is obtained from that energy. The reciprocating engines, that working chamber has, in the reciprocating engines, the working chamber has rigid walls. The stroke of one of these walls provides a variable volume. We are talking about the reciprocating engine, that is the petrol engine or the diesel engine, which is having a working chamber in which there are walls and the piston reciprocates within these walls, that is the TDC and BDC. The work output is gained from the gas pressure. How we are getting the work output? So work output is obtained from the gas pressure. It means when the fuel burns, it will produce some gases, and that gas pressure is the main reason which produces the work output. So now you can see here, this is the diagram for the one engine, which is the petrol engine or the auto engine. So different parts of the engine are there. You can see uh, mainly you can see this portion. Actually, this is the chamber where the combustion takes place, and this part is called like the piston, and this piston is reciprocates here within this chamber. The top side is known as the TDC, and the bottom side is known as the BDC, bottom dead center. So piston reciprocates within these two boundaries, TDC and BDC. Now there are other parts of this chamber. Here there is the spark plug, which is also used in our two-wheelers like scooter and the bikes, which is used for the giving spark for the combustion to take place in the petrol engine. And here you will see the mixture enters through this portion. So this is the actually intake valve or inlet valve. So when the inlet valve opens, the air fuel mixture. So for the petrol engine, there is the air fuel mixture, petrol and air mixture is produced, and this is produced in a unit called as the carburetor. So carburetor is attached or used with the only petrol engine, not with the diesel engine. This portion is called as the combustion chamber. This is the cylinder block, and here you will see this is the exhaust valve from which the gases will leave through this chamber. This portion is called as the cylinder head. We use the cooling water for the cooling purpose because when the combustion will take place, it will become hot. So for the cooling purpose, we also use the cooling water. This is the piston which reciprocates up and down, and this portion is called as the connecting rod. So connecting rod is connected between the piston as well as a crank. This portion is called as the crank, and this white portion you can see this is called as the crankshaft. So this connecting rod is the link between a crank and the piston. So, and there are the spring balls. They are spring operated. We are using here a cam operated. This is the cam and the camshaft. So camshaft are operated for completing a cycle. At what time the inlet valve is to be opened, and at what time the outlet valve is to be opened. So this is designed and operated with this cycle, and the camshaft is connected also with the crankshaft. So these are the different parts of the petrol engine. Now we will go for the operation of this petrol engine. So here you will understand the different parts of the engine again. So piston. Here in this diagram, you can see there is a clear picture. You can see this is the shaft, which is from this end to this end. This is the shaft, which is called as the crankshaft, and over which you can see this portion is known as the crank. This portion is known as the crank, and this is the piston here. Here also, so you are seeing here there are the two cylinders and the two pistons. Piston will reciprocate, and here you can see this is the spark plug, this is the inlet valve, and this is the exhaust valve. So what happens when the inlet valve opens, air fuel mixture come here, it will enter here, then combustion takes place by the spark of this from the spark plug, then the gases will push the piston, so piston will move downward. So in the one stroke it happens. In the second stroke, the there will be the compression of the fuel and air. So in the second stroke, the exhaust gases will move out of the cylinder. So actually there are four processes: suction, compression, expansion, and exhaust, depending upon the type of engine, whether it is two-stroke engine or the four-stroke engine. Now, a movable part fitted into a cylinder which can receive and transmit power. It is called as the piston. So that part which is movable and that is used for the transmitting the power from the cylinder to the crankshaft. It's called as the piston. Through connecting rod forces the crankshaft to rotate. The connecting rod, this portion is the connecting rod. You can see this portion is known as the connecting rod, which is connected with the crankshaft to connecting rod. Now here you will see the different processes. So the different processes are the intake, then compression, then power, and then exhaust. These are the four processes you can see here. So if we will see one by one, then we can see this is the actually inlet valve. and this is the exhaust valve. So in this case, you are seeing that the cylinder is empty, means this valve is open and the air fuel mixture has entered here and it has filled the this space. So piston was earlier here, now the piston has moved to this position, because when the piston moves from TDC to BDC position, there is the suction and the air is filled inside this space. So piston has moved from TDC to BDC and suction has been completed here. And also here, the crankshaft has been moved for the half revolution. It was earlier here and now it has moved through the half revolution and reached here. In the second stroke, you will see the inlet valve will be closed. The outlet valve was already closed. So both valves are closed and the piston is moving from BDC to TDC. So the combustion gases will be, so the air fuel mixture will be compressed in this stroke. It will compress the air fuel mixture which has already been entered. Now at the end of the compression process, you will see in the third stroke, with the help of the spark plug, we give the spark, then the air fuel mixture combustion will take place. And by the combustion of this air fuel mixture, it will form the exhaust gases or the hot gases. Now the hot gases will apply the force over this piston and the piston will move downward. So only this is the stroke. This is called the power stroke or the expansion process gives the power to the engine. In the remaining strokes, we are not getting any power. The piston will move downward. In this stroke also, both the valves are closed. So in the compression as well as power stroke, valves are closed. In the last stroke, the piston will move from BDC to TDC. Now in this stroke, you will see the outlet valve will be open. So the combustion gases will move out through this exhaust valve or the smoke pipe. So in this way, this cycle is completed and it is called like the four-stroke cycle. Processes are intake, then compression, then power, and then the exhaust are covered in four individual strokes. So this is the working of four-stroke petrol engine. Now you can understand this process here also. You will see here, this is called the filter in the intake process or the suction stroke. With the help of this air filter, the air will enter here or air fuel mixture will enter here, and this is the throttle valve which is called as the accelerator. Air fuel mixture will enter here, inlet valve will open, and it will enter here in this portion, and the piston will move from TDC to BDC. So TDC to BDC, you can see the pressure is constant. That is 1 atmospheric pressure. It is not changing, but the volume is increasing from TDC to BDC in this stroke. So this the intake stroke is shown here in this diagram. In the second stroke, you can see the piston will move from BDC to TDC. So this is the compression stroke in which you can see the piston is moving from BDC to TDC. And in this stroke, you will see the pressure will increase. Pressure will increase. And both the valves are closed. Here, both the valves are closed. Piston is moving from TDC to BDC to TDC. So it will compressing the gases. This is called the compression stroke. You can also see here, this is the valve timing diagram connected with the crankshaft. In the third stroke, which is called the power stroke, in this power stroke, you can see the both the valves are closed, but the combustion will take place here, and it will push the piston downward, producing the work output. So piston will move again from TDC to VDC, and we will get the power output from this engine. And in the last stroke, you will see which is called the exhaust. In this stroke, you will see the outlet valve is open now, and the piston is moving from VDC to TDC. So it will apply the force over the gases, and these gases will move through the smoke box to the outside. So this stroke is from BDC to TDC. So in this way, we can see these are the four processes used for the engine, which may be the diesel engine or the petrol engine. Thank you